I'm Bernie Dietrich, and I'm here at the Consumer Reports Labs, where we test some 60 refrigerators each year. We've been testing refrigerators since 1938, when they were a lot smaller. When choosing a refrigerator, size matters. Most of the time, a new one has to fit into a certain spot, so it's important to measure the width and the height of the space, and check to see if anything will block the doors from opening. A problem like this can easily be eliminated with a different door configuration. The next consideration is style. Refrigerators with freezers on top will fit the narrowest spaces and offer the most storage for their size, but they have wide swinging doors. Top freezers cost $500 and up. Refrigerators with a bottom freezer put the food you use most often at eye level. Bottom freezers start at $700, and ones with French doors start at $1,200. A side-by-side is best for a kitchen that can't fit wide swinging doors. Side-by-sides cost $900 and up. Built-in refrigerators give a kitchen a more unified look. They fit flush with the kitchen cabinets, but built-ins start around $5,000. Or consider a cabinet depth for nearly the same look starting at around $1,800.
Fantastic. Can you put a gallon storage on this?
Performance is one thing you can't determine in the store. How well does the refrigerator cool? We test in these special chambers where we control the temperature of the surrounding air. We use these controllers to set the temperature in the chambers. We'll go as high as 110 degrees to see how well the refrigerators handle heat in a kitchen on a hot summer's day. The freezers are loaded with frozen spinach to simulate a fully packed home freezer. We drill holes for sensors so we can measure precisely how cold the freezer is and how evenly it cools. We also arrange sensors throughout the refrigerator compartment and along the doors so we can measure the temperatures there as well. Then we collect the data from each of the sensors using these computers. The best refrigerators will maintain the temperature evenly throughout its compartments.
We also check to see if the meat compartment can go down to 32 degrees. That's the ideal temperature for storing meat. It doesn't freeze at that temperature the way water does. In the crisper drawers, it's the moisture loss that can make the difference between a crisp head of lettuce or wilted leaves. We test for this humidity loss by soaking a sponge with water and keeping it in the crisper for 48 hours. By weighing the sponge before and after, we can see how much moisture evaporates.
You also want a refrigerator with enough capacity to store all your food. Refrigerators list their capacity on the label, but we measure usable space, and that's often a lot less. In general, top freezer refrigerators offer the most space for their size, and side-by-sides offer the least. Make the most of the available space by choosing a refrigerator that's well organized. Look for a big bin on the door to hold milk jugs and pull-out shelves for easy access. Some shelves adjust up and down, or even split to hold taller items like soda bottles. And glass shelves keep spills from falling through. You don't want a refrigerator that makes a lot of noise, no matter which one you buy. We test each refrigerator with a noise meter. A panel of listeners also checks for annoying sounds. Usually the cheapest models are the noisiest. Consider the interior lighting too. Look for extra lights in hard-to-see places, like over the bins, and check out the newer LED lighting that's more energy efficient. You'll also find that ice and water dispensers are available on more and more refrigerators. These can be handy. Some now have controls to set how much water you get. When it comes to ice making ability, our tests show refrigerators vary a lot in how much they'll make in a day. Some can make only a pound, while others can make 9 pounds. But keep in mind, we found refrigerators with ice and water dispensers have been more likely to need repairs. Our research also shows some brands have been more reliable than others. No matter what kind of refrigerator you're looking for, our unbiased ratings and reliability information will help you make the best choice. I'm Bernie Dietrich, and I'm here at the Consumer Reports Labs, where we test some 60 refrigerators each year. We've been testing refrigerators since 1938, when they were a lot smaller. When choosing a refrigerator, size matters. Most of the time, a new one has to fit into a certain spot, so it's important to measure the width and the height of the space, and check to see if anything will block the doors from opening. A problem like this can easily be eliminated with a